What's up? Hope you guys are doing well. So today we're going to talk about the best counter trading opportunity in the crypto market right now. So before we get into that, let's explain what is counter trading and why do we do it. So counter trading is trading against the majority of the market participants. So maybe this might sound counterintuitive because you're like, oh, maybe the majority can be right? However, in trading, it's a little different. 95% of people in the markets lose money. So if you know the fact that 95% of people in markets lose money, isn't the logical thing to do is to do the opposite of what they're doing. So taking the exact opposite trade of what the majority are doing. So let's give a very common example that happened at the beginning of this year. So beginning of this year, people were hyping up Cardano as the next big thing, right, with their smart contract releases and apps, etc., while downplaying Ethereum. So Cardano was shown as the Ethereum killer, right? So while the retail masses were buying Cardano at the high 1.5, like 1.8, 1.9, 2.2, etc., the bigger players were accumulating Ethereum around 1,300, 1,400 in that area. So this was despite the bullish fundamental news that Ethereum was going to get upgraded later on this year, around July. Well, it's been pushed back to August, but you get the point. So what happened? Cardano increased a little bit, increased by 10 to 20%, while Ethereum literally jumped 300% to like 4.5K. And once they got to around the high 3K, 4K region, the majority of people started FOMO dumping Cardano, and then they got into Ethereum. And then what do you know? The bigger players sold off Ethereum. Then the escalated crypto dump came, and then now the big institutions are accumulating Ethereum, Cardano, and all the other things that they like. So how do we do what the bigger players did, like the institutions and venture capital firms, etc.? Well, it starts with you, right? So let's really think right now. What opportunity do you feel like you really want to get into it and really experience those emotions of FOMO, of you thinking, oh, you could get rich from this, etc. So once you experience them, don't get into that. Now, the next step is to think, what opportunities did you really like in the past that had great fundamental value, but you kind of forgot about and you don't really hear much about them too. You don't really hear much about now. Do get into it. So this means going against your natural emotions, which is to go with the crowd as you utilize your emotion of fear of missing out, FOMO, as a counter trade signal, which brings us into today's biggest opportunity. And it is NFTs and DeFi. So try to guess which one's which right now, right? So NFTs is the hyped thing right now. It's similar to what Cardano was at the beginning of the year, right? So we got CryptoPunks, Bored Ape Yacht Club, CryptoKitties, Axie Infinities, etc. blowing up, and people are FOMOing into them left and right. So what do we do with these great projects? So for whatever great projects you like, we wait until they lose steam, until something else becomes popular, and then these things get sold off, and then you pick up whatever you like, as opposed to buying them near the top. So a great indicator is that the more you want to buy something, it probably means that other people do too. So what edge can you create from that? The edge you can create from that is by building the discipline to not press the trigger, to not press buy. By not pressing buy and waiting for the appropriate time, you're able to make the most gains by being the most disciplined, as opposed to the majority who aren't disciplined and they just buy off emotions. On the flip side, we think of something that's undervalued, something that's not really talked about right now, and those are DeFi gems such as PancakeSwap, Curve Finance, Polygon, Aave, SushiSwap, 1inch Network, and Ethereum. And other DeFi gems or even regular projects like Polkadot, Avalanche, Solana, etc. They're all being thrown aside while NFTs take the spotlight. And they've, as a result, sold off 50 to 80%. So what can we do with this information? We can dollar cost average into all of these very undervalued projects while the market may decide direction. So the market may keep selling off. However, if you take that dollar cost average approach, you're not really trying to time the bottom right. If you slowly add in money around the bottom, you're going to make a lot more than trying to all in at once at a random spot. So we buy these undervalued projects and then we wait until their hype cycle comes around, because people's emotions fluctuate depending on the news, etc. So eventually these projects will begin to build up steam again, and then we sell them off when they are at their peaked hype, and then we buy into another field such as NFTs when they're less hyped. So this is the great opportunity that I'm seeing right now. So let me know what great opportunities you guys are seeing too. And it is really hard, it is really hard being disciplined and not falling into your FOMO, into emotions. But if you're able to build this cornerstone habit, right, which will carry into trading, but outside trading to like fitness and relationships, etc., it's gonna become a really good positive outcome for you. So hope you have a great day and talk to you all next time.